If you can't stay motivated, you're gonna quit. When you quit, you lose. When you lose, you cry. When you cry, you look ugly. If you don't want to be ugly, watch this video. I'm about to reveal the secret trick that I use to stay motivated. Before we dip our toes in the sea of motivation, I got a question for you. Question is, how do you stay on track reaching your goals? Comment down below with your answer. If you don't know, don't worry, because I'll be revealing the answer later on in this video. And honestly, the answer to this question could have been its own video, okay? So stick through to the end. You're gonna learn a lot in this video. Let's get into it. So let me start by telling you a story. Earlier this year, I was burnt out. I was sick of editing videos, sick of creating new products, sick of work. But today I'm excited to edit new videos, less excited to create new products, but it's not as bad. And I'm loving work. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. every day because my body wants to get up. And just to give you some context, my alarm is set for 8 a.m. That means my body's waking me up 2 hours before my alarm every single day. And honestly, it wakes me up before that. It wakes me up at like 3 a.m. But I don't want to be a madman, innit? Like, getting up that early is a bit wild. Like, I'm just gonna have bad sleep. I'm gonna need a nap. I'm gonna be dying by 2 p.m. and all that sort of stuff. So 6 a.m. is where we're at. So how did things change? Well, let me get real with you. Those burnt out months were mostly spent smoking herb, watching TV, playing games, chasing women. The biggest change I had to make was moving my focus. Instead of smoking herb, I'm drinking green tea. Instead of watching TV shows, I'm reading books. Non-fiction, by the way. Reading fiction, pretty much the same as watching TV shows, in my opinion. But that's another case for another day. Instead of playing games, I'm practicing learning piano. Instead of chasing women, women are chasing me. Nah, I'm playing. I'm chasing my purpose. I'm chasing my purpose. But you probably know all of this, and if you didn't, you're welcome. But that's not the secret trick. The secret trick has made work more exciting again. Let me explain. But before we get into that, there's a link down below to my business playlist that will teach you how to set up your own website and set up your own online business and give you all the information you need to create an online store where people can buy stuff from you. I think there's advice on how to market your products and all that sort of stuff as well, what to set your price for your products at. Great playlist. Go and check that out. Link in the description. Let's get back into the video and answer that question. Let me explain how this secret trick kept me motivated and made work more exciting again. Problem before was I was just going through the motions. I was doing the bare minimum I needed to get by. I wasn't trying to go above and beyond. So it got boring. It felt like work. It was just a means to an end. The secret trick is to keep learning and getting better. I got arrogant. I didn't want to watch music production videos because I felt like I should already know this sort of stuff. I know what I'm doing. Why would I watch someone else's videos? I'm making these videos, so I shouldn't have to watch other people's videos, right? Wrong. That limited my growth a lot. Now I watch other people's tutorials and I learn new stuff. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that was possible, right? Then I'm excited to try those new things out. I was leaning on my over 8 years of experience with video editing, and I wasn't trying to do anything special. I was trying to make the content good enough, but I wasn't aiming for greatness. Now I want to make better content. Now I want to improve my editing skills. Now I look forward to trying out new editing techniques and new things that I've learned, as well as upgrading my workflow to make editing faster and easier. Honestly, I'm looking for any excuse to use the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure sound effect of Dio shouting in one of my videos, and that excites me. Small things matter. The important thing to take away from this video is stagnation is boring. It doesn't motivate you. Growing is addictive. Progress is addictive. Building a better version of yourself, being a better version of yourself is addictive. Get yourself a positive addiction and you'll be motivated like crazy. Time to answer that question from earlier, yeah? How do you stay on track with reaching your goals? The answer is start with your big goal, break it down into steps, and go backwards from there by asking yourself simple questions. For example, let's go over to the computer, shall we? Here is my goal setting file. I will leave a link to this down below so you can just download this as a text file and add your own stuff and basically look through this and then cut out the stuff that you don't need, change it up, create your own goal setting file, and then you should print this off or stick it up somewhere so you can constantly see it. Let me just walk you through this so you can see what's going on. So first thing you want to do is write down your big goal. For example, make a living from music. First, you need to find a way to make this goal way more specific, because make a living from music, what does that mean? That can mean anything. If it's not specific, you're not going to reach that goal, okay? What is a living? How much do you actually need to make to enjoy life and survive? First, you should find out the survival number. Then you should figure out how much to enjoy life. So you know these numbers and you know how much you need to make in order to stay alive and how much you need to make in order to enjoy that life, okay? Really, you want to shoot for an enjoyable life, but if it comes down to it, and you need to go into survival mode, at least you know where your limit is. Let's say £2,500 a month, okay? That's what we need to make in order to make a living from music. Now you work backwards and write down all the steps it will take to get there. You can get to these steps by asking yourself questions and digging deeper, like this. As you can see, this is our goal: make £2,500 a month from music. And then we've got questions and answers to those questions. So how will you make the money? We've chosen selling beats. That's the main way we're going to make the money. How many beats do you need to sell per month in order to make 2,500? There are a variety of ways to do this, but if one basic beat license is £20, you've got to sell 125 leases per month. That's a lot. That might not be feasible right now, yeah? Or you can create a beat package with 5 leases for £50. You only need to sell 50 of those. You can also create a larger beat package with 10 basic leases for £100. You only need to sell 25 of those. 25 sales is a much easier target. That's something you can actually focus on and achieve in the month. So it makes sense to focus on selling larger beat packages, doesn't it? But how are you going to get customers for these beat packages? This is something you also need to know. Right about now, you got the method of how you're going to make the money. Now you need to know how you're going to get the customers to make that money, because the method is one piece. The next is the audience and getting the people to actually buy stuff. You're gonna get customers for the beat packages by posting videos on YouTube and contacting artists on Instagram. Very specific ways to reach those people. How many sales do you expect per video or message on Insta? This is important so you know how to predict your results. And generally, you want to predict on the lower end so that you're not disappointed. It's better to be pleasantly surprised than disappointed, because being disappointed is going to demotivate you and then you're not going to stay on track, okay? Let's be conservative and say 1 sale per video on YouTube and 1 sale per 100 messages sent on Instagram. The 1 sale per 100 messages seems very, very accurate, to be fair, and pretty doable. 1 sale per video, I think, honestly, that's a bit high, but if you're making a bunch of videos, it should even out eventually because of that compounding interest of creating videos and building that audience. So how many videos do you need to make on YouTube and how many messages do you need to send in order to hit your sales target? Answer: it makes sense to post a minimum of 3 videos a week on YouTube. That's 15 videos and hopefully 15 sales. 15 videos a month, by the way. Hopefully 15 sales from those 3 videos a week on YouTube. That means to get the last 10 sales, you need to send 1,000 messages per month on Instagram. And that sounds like a lot. Like your mind's probably like, what? 1,000 messages? I can't be doing that. But let's see if we can do it. Let's see if it's possible. Let's do the maths. Like this is a lot about doing maths and seeing what's actually possible and that sort of stuff. Because when you break things down, you realize it's not as impossible as you may have thought in the beginning because it's less than you expected. So 1,000 divided by 30, that's 33 messages per day, 30 days in a month generally. Can you send 33 messages per day on Instagram? Yes, you can. It's doable. Even if you're not copy and pasting like a lot of people do, which will get you the bare minimum of results, if you actually send 30 messages where you're actually doing a bit of research into the artist that you're sending a message to, you're listening to their song, that takes, let's say, 3 minutes per song. That's 90 minutes a day. Add another 99 minutes per day, hour or something to listen to those songs. And let's say 10 minutes each to send those messages. That's 300, I don't know. It's probably gonna take a few hours. Let's say 4 hours a day. If you're making a bunch of beats and you need to get these sales, like spending 3 to 4 hours per day getting customers is gonna be worth it. Like if this is what you want to do for a living and you can focus your time onto it, it's going to work out very, very well. And you're going to enjoy your life a whole lot more. So is it worth it? I think it is. How many new beats should you be making and uploading per week? Well, we're going to upload 3 YouTube videos a week, but only posting beat videos is whack and won't give us much reach. If you post beat videos, you can probably relate to this. You probably understand it's not working out for you. Instead, we should create 2 tutorial videos aimed at artists. This means you're making videos that will help artists. So videos like how to find beats, beat licenses explained, how to mix your vocals, stuff like that, stuff that artists would actually be searching for. Then you can market your beats to them in that video. So these videos should also showcase the beat packages that the artist can buy. In the video, you can show the beat package or you can use it as an example in your video and kind of subtly promote it. You don't want to be too promotional because people will see through that and they'll be like, oh, don't sell to me. You want to make them aware of it, but not stuff it down their throat. I'd suggest promoting a free download that gets them on your email list, but that's more advanced business stuff. And this was an email. That's why it says this is not the point of this email. That's not the point of this video, innit? We're not going to be talking about email marketing and all that sort of stuff. But add one beat video with a link to the beat package it's part of in the description. Having beat videos on your YouTube channel isn't bad inherently. I think it's actually good to showcase your best beats for people who do come to your channel. Honestly, you really should create a different channel for your beat videos, but that's another video as well. This means we should create at least 3 beats per week, but we'll aim for 5 so we have beats in the bank if we need them. Very, very important that you have beats to choose from in order to, you know, upload and have them in your videos and stuff like that. So we'll upload 3 beats per week minimum. Now, where will people be able to buy your beats? BeatStars and my website using SoundCloud. So you have different ways where people can buy your stuff, but you need to understand what that's going to be. And then you can keep going. Back to the camera. So you see how this works? You see how valuable this process can be? In a few minutes, you've discovered how much money you need to make a living, what kind of products you need to sell, and how much it should cost, how many products you need to sell per month, your marketing strategy to bring in customers, how many beats you need to make per week, and where you're gonna sell your beats. This is pretty much all you need to know to start your beat selling business and to reach that goal of making 2,500 per month. You know exactly the steps that you need to go through. That is powerful. That keeps you on track and that keeps you moving towards your goal and knowing if you're doing what you need to do to move towards your goal. Because if you don't send those 33 messages per day and then at the end of the month you don't have the sales that you want and you didn't upload those YouTube videos, you can look back on that file and be like, okay, I didn't achieve this. This is why. I didn't do what I said I needed to do in order to get to my goal. Instead of feeling like, oh, why isn't this working out for me? Woe is me, blah, blah, blah. You know exactly what you need to do, what you need to do better. Now, most people will give up at question 1. They'll be like, oh, I won't be able to make a living. This is too hard. Oh, it's too complicated. It's too unlikely, blah, blah, blah. People will be in their air like, oh, you can't do this. Go get a job, blah, blah, blah. Not good vibes. The thing is, when you break everything down, when you see the real world numbers, when you create a roadmap, everything becomes possible. All we did was ask some basic questions and do the maths. So do this ASAP, okay? That's gonna help you out a lot. Remember, there'll be a link to download this file in the description down below. Grab that, that'll help you out a lot as well. Quick recap of the video. Don't rest on your laurels. That's going to demotivate you, yeah, because it's boring. Strive for better. Always be learning and improving. The excitement of getting better will motivate you to keep going forward. It's super important. If there are any questions or any videos you want me to make, let me know in the comment section down below. Check out that video. Check out the links in the description as there are a lot of great stuff in there. Remember, there's stuff to download and all that sort of beautiful stuff, as well as that business playlist. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.